Fayval Williams, the JLP representative and coordinator for the constituency. I'm also the deputy spokesperson on Finace for the Jamaica Labour Party, working alongside Mr. Shaw, who sends his love and best wishes for Area Council 1. Committee, and my desire is to serve the people of St. Andrew Eastern, build on the party organization that exists, encourage the enthusiasm and zeal that you already have for the Jamaica Labour Party, because we know that better policies plus better politics equal better people. And because this is the first time that I'm hosting, together with my constituency, an Area Council meeting, allow me to take a few minutes to share who I am, what I stand for, and what I bring to the party, the constituency, and the nation. I am a product of rural Jamaica, in Ty-Dixon, St. Catherine. A graduate of Ferncourt High School in Claremont, St. Anne, Harvard University in the United States, and the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania with a master's degree in business. As I move around the community, in the last couple of months, Backbush, Tavern, Standpipe, Hermitage, Augustown, I am struck by the awesomeness of you. Many of you wake up every day and life is so uncertain. You don't know where to turn. You're not sure about the bus fare or the lunch money for the children who have to go to school. You're not sure if you're going to find a day's work when you go out on the road. You're not sure if the little goods you have in the shop, if you're going to sell anything to the credit done, the gas done. The money you used to buy 2 eggs last month and only buy 1 now. And you shake your head. Sometimes you cry. And you say, oh, what we do? You feel forgotten. You feel abandoned. Despite living in a country that millions of people across the world dream of visiting. What is wrong with this picture? Ladies and gentlemen, the bare truth is this present government is failing you in many ways. For getting yourselves trained, especially if you're young and qualified to do whatever it is that you decide. The truth is, if you look across the world at countries that are serious about improving the lives of their citizens, those governments get out there and they create the environment that generate jobs, sustainable jobs. Not just jobs that last for a week or 2. And so I stand for youth empowerment with entrepreneurship and talent development. I stand for outreach and social support for our senior citizens. I stand for environmental and infrastructural development such that you are proud in whichever community you find yourself. And so I say, we are going to have a chance again. St. Andrew Eastern Spokesperson has 24,384 voters as of the May 2014 voting list. This is 6% or 1,384 more than the 23,000 that were on the 2011 voters list. If we assume that the voter turnout remains at 57%, we need 6,950 votes to win. That means between now and when the next election is called, all of us, we need to enumerate at least 50 persons per month. I repeat, at least 50 persons per month, and continue to work with them and to be sure to get them into the polling station on election day. That is what we need to do. Ladies and gentlemen, we belong to a great country and a great party, the Jamaica Labour Party. The first party to win an election under a constitution that allowed all adults to vote, regardless of their gender, income, and status. The Jamaica Labour Party was the first political party to offer a woman as a candidate for Member of Parliament, and in 1944, elected to the Jamaican Parliament. The Jamaica Labour Party was the first political party in the Commonwealth to have a woman as chairman. Madam Rose Leon was that the first woman Minister of Government in Housing in 1953. We belong to a great country. We belong to a great party. It was the Jamaica Labour Party in its first term in government, 1944 to 1949. That created the Jamaica Agricultural Society, Jamaica Manufacturers Association, the University College Hospital, now called the UWI Hospital, the Coffee Industry Board, the Broadcasting Authority, the Jamaican Social Welfare Commission, the Jamaica Library Service. We belong to a great party. It was the Jamaica Labour Party government that took over a military aerodrome at Palisadas and a private aerodrome at Montego Bay and established Jamaica's two airports, Sangster International and Norman Manley International. It was also the JLP government that started in the 40s to create gullies and drains that we have today that save lives and businesses from flooding. It was the Jamaica Labour Party that gave birth to the Education Authority, the Island Special Constable Force, the Cocoa Marketing Board, the Public Services Commission, which ensured that all Jamaicans are treated fairly in public service employment, the Agricultural Development Corporation, and the Jamaica Industrial Development Corporation, as well as the Banana Board. We belong to a great country. We belong to a great party. It was the Jamaica Labour Party Minister of Labour, Honorable Lyndon Newman, that started the National Insurance Fund in 1966. Because of him, over 100,000 elderly Jamaicans are receiving a pension check every month. Don't forget that history shows that the PNP fought against the scheme. They said that NIS was a SIN. But the Jamaica Labour Party prevailed because it was on the people's side. We belong to British rule. Out of that came our national flag. Sir Alexander Bustamante refused to use the blue and white federal flag, and instead he gave us our black, our green, and our gold. So every time we wave the flag, remember, we belong to a great country. We belong to a great party. Out of independent Jamaica that the Labour Party created came the National Pledge and the National Anthem. Today we say enough respect to Father Hugh Sherlock, MP Robert Lightbourne, and Mr. and Mrs. Maple Poole, who together penned those eternal words, those everlasting words, eternal Father, bless our land. Closer in time, in the 1980s, Prime Minister Edward Seaga started human education and resource training in every parish in Jamaica. I don't have to tell you how many tens of thousands of Jamaican youth have been trained in a lot of different skills. We belong to It was the JLP that started the Student Loan Bureau, which has allowed many Jamaicans to attend university. When their families might not have been able to afford it. The Jamaican Labour Party started the Caribbean Maritime Institute, so heavily featured now in the logistics hub conversation. In the 1980s, to bring it closer, JLP established the Jamaica Stock Exchange, the National Development Bank, the Agricultural Credit Bank, and Agri 21 was also launched to bring technology to farming. There were the metropolitan parks and markets to beautify public spaces, the Golden Age home to replace the Eventide home which had been burnt out in the 1970s, the National Export-Import Bank, the Office of the Contractor General in 1986. In 1988, the JLP established Digiport in St. James to attract investors in the telecommunications sector. And lest we forget, it was the JLP in the 1990s that fought for electoral reform based on one man, one vote. Same man, same vote. Voting free and fair and free from fear. This has taken the voting system out of the hands of politicians and placed it in the hands of the Electoral Commission. And in 2007, JLP removed tuition fees from schools. From hospitals giving many to health care which they could not afford. And in 2010, the JLP created Indicom to ensure fair, independent investigation of police killings and ultimately to help rebuild trust between police and citizens. And finally, in 2011, the JLP passed the Charter of Rights, guaranteeing fundamental rights to every citizen of Jamaica. That's equal rights and justice in we, all of us, we belong to a great country. We belong to a great party. Ladies and gentlemen, we let the other side take the ball from us in 2011. And all you have had since then has been extreme economic hardship. So it is clear to me what we must do. We must put the Labour Party back in charge of running the country. We must put party leader Mr. Andrew Michael Holden is to move the poor to a better place, to restore confidence, to transform the economy so that it generates jobs that allow people to regain their dignity by being able to provide for their basic needs and know that they can wake up every day a little bit more certain than the day before of what today will be. Ladies and gentlemen, my vision is to lead the charge to provide those opportunities that can lift you up, and in so doing, lift our communities to a better place. So that when we close our doors at night, we have some assurance because of the God we serve, and we have the confidence about the direction in which the country is heading, because the Jamaica Labour Party is piloting the ship. We belong to a great country. We belong to a great country. And I just want to say a big thank you to Senator Kamina Johnson's father for compiling this history and making it available. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. All of us in here, we know what we must do. We belong to a great country. We belong to a great party.